Every year, thousands of tons of used worn tires are abandoned. Such large amounts of solid waste, if not disposed in the proper way, can cause serious environmental pollution to our air, water, and land, which would affect our health. This is why Freetown Waste Management Recycle Limited, Freetown Waste, a waste recycling and rubber manufacturing company, aimed at reducing the amount of scrap tires into reusable, eco-friendly rubber molded products, came into existence. Freetown Waste was incorporated in Nigeria in 2018 with a vision to be the leading recycling and rubber manufacturing company in Nigeria. The company aims to recycle 3 million scrap tires annually, hence reducing the issue of waste tire management in the country. With the financial and technical support of the Bank of Industry, the company now operates a 5,000 tons per annum state-of-the-art tire recycling, rubber mat making and tile manufacturing facility along Abeokuta-Ibadan Expressway, Akpata, Ibadan in Oyo State. Freetown Waste commenced full production in November 2020 and has recycled more than 80,000 waste tires into various rubber products in different colors. Freetown Waste has employed over 105 full-time staff and has over 200 agents and indirect staff, including waste tire suppliers. Welcome to this week's edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Olaoshibiko. Freetown Waste mission is to effectively and efficiently utilize recycled materials to develop durable, sustainable, eco-friendly, valuable rubber molded products that can be utilized in day-to-day operations. The versatility in the application of their product is due to the inherent qualities of rubber, which include high durability, safety compliant, shock absorbent, high flexibility, water resistance, easy installation, and environmental sustainability features. Some of their products include plain tiles, zigzag paving stones, rubber mat roll, table mat, interlocking tile, dog bone paving stone, floor mat, mouse pads, and many more. The Managing Director of Freetown Waste, Ifedolapo Runsewe, welcomed the BOI Impact crew to the facility.
Hi, my name is Ifedolapo Runsewe, and I'd like to welcome you to Freetown Waste Management Recycle Limited here in Akpata area of Ibadan, Oyo State. What we have here is our central office area where some of our employees work out of. We have our corporate communications officer here. We have the R&D.
The Chief Operating Officer, Freetown Waste, Theophilus Okoyomon, showcased the recycling process from assembling of raw materials to distribution.
So these are our raw materials. We've collected over 200,000 tires and we have crushed over 20,000 tires since we began in November. So what we do is that we have suppliers that supply the tires to us. Then we have the guys that wash the tires. They also check for metals. Then after washing the tires are being transferred to the factory where they are crushed. So after crushing the tires, we bag and we weigh the chrome rubber. So from there, part of it goes to the tire making line, where we make rubber ties with it. So we have a variety of products. We have the 500 by 500 rubber tie. We have the turtle shell, which is our best-selling product so far. Then from there, it goes also to the mat making line, where we make rubber rolls. So we have different thickness. It comes in 1 to 5 meter with different thickness. We have 10 mm, 5 mm, and 2 mm thickness as well. We have some that are plain. We have some that are EPDM dotted. So from there, we can also make punch mats out of it as well. From there, it comes to the warehouse where we package the products and goes to the customer for usage. Our vision is actually to recycle about 3 million scrap tires annually. So we want to recycle about 3 million tires annually. For now, we have about over 200,000 tires. And since we started in November, we have crushed over 20,000 tires. But since we are just starting, we still have a long way to go as well.
At an interview, Mrs. Runsewe spoke on how the company came into existence.
The journey started in 2018, and it was a dream that was birthed out of sheer necessity to tackle waste disposal issue in our environment and also impact lives by creating employment for hundreds and hundreds of people. So we started out fully in 2019 and with 4 staff, and we picked our location, which was in Ibadan. So of course, we were just on the verge of starting off fully in 2020 when COVID started. However, regardless of COVID, as of today, we have over 105 staff. That's outside of over 200 direct and indirect agents who collect these tires and get them down to a facility in Ibadan for your state. Although we're looking at having multiple crushing sites in strategic locations across Nigeria. And then aside from that, we've also been doing we've been doing our best to educate the general public on the need to embrace recycling. You know, there's wealth in waste. Most people don't know that, but I'm happy that quite a number of people have started identifying opportunities in recycling. So we've been educating. Quite recently, we also set up a recycling club in a couple of schools in Ibadan, Oyo State. And we're also looking to do more. We have quite a number of things coming up. So I would say that we're definitely recycling areas. The manufacturing industry, which is one of the industries we operate in, currently contributes less than 10% of the GDP. And I do believe that it can be better. Given our population in Nigeria, imagine if we're able to produce what we consume. That would make a whole lot of difference. There's a reason why companies from other countries come into Nigeria to do their business, to set up their business. I think one of the things we have working in our own advantage would be our population. If you leverage on that alone and you have a good product, you have the right system, I believe you can definitely do well. Though we do know that there are challenges here and there.
She highlighted why the company decided to venture into recycling tires and how its raw materials are being sourced.
So tires, due to their sizes, are one of the solid waste that take up the most space in landfills and dump sites. That was one of the reasons why we decided to start with tires. And also that there are 3 main components in any tire you pick up, which is the rubber, the steel, and the fiber. And these 3 parts of any tire, they can be recycled. So we already identified the fact that, okay, we could use the rubber to make flooring solutions and other products. The fiber as well can be used to make other things. At the moment, we're using the fiber for stuffed bean bags as well as other stuffed products. And the metal as well can be recycled. We've had a lot of inquiries about taking this metal off us. So that was one of the reasons why we decided to start with tires.
Freetown Waste is managed by a team of professionals with extensive multinational waste management service experience, which is being leveraged to ensure that they effectively and efficiently recycle scrap tires and produce high-end products with the finest quality, which are consistent with international standards.
So currently at Freetown Waste, 100% of our staff are Nigerians. We do not have any expatriates working with us at the moment. And also 70% of our raw materials are locally sourced. We're ensuring that we're getting most of what we're using in country here. We did realize that because we were the first of its kind doing what we were doing in Nigeria, there would be a lot of training involved. But we saw what happened last year with COVID and all. We were unable to get our OEM to send in technical expertise in Nigeria, but thankfully with the technology we're able to do that by setting up virtual training sessions for our staff. And so far it's been a good run. We didn't go for equipment that were too sophisticated, that would require certain level of expertise. We've done enough to ensure that whatever we're doing the solutions are available on ground here in the country. So we currently offer quite a number of products. We have the rubber tiles, which comes in 500 by 500 size, and then we have the 350 by 350. We also have our pavers. We have the dog bone pavers. We have zigzag pavers. Let me just also mention that these products can either be used indoor or outdoor. And then quite recently, we also started manufacturing rubber rolls. This allows us to do so many other things like shoe soles, table mat, bathroom mats, anti-slip pads, electrical insulation, and so many other things. Aside from the fact that by patronizing us, you're doing your bits to, to ensure that we're living in a much more safer environment. We are not only reducing the amount of tires that are being burnt in dump sites and landfills, and we all know that when you burn these tires, toxic fumes are released into the environment, which can then result in chronic health issues. We're also clearing out drainages. With tires and other solid waste in drainage, we usually see what happens. Flooding during the raining season, and then breeding ground for mosquitoes, which then causes malaria. We currently serve the local markets. However, there are opportunities in the foreign markets. We've had quite a number of inquiries from neighboring African countries as well as Europe.
Mrs. Runsewe spoke on the quality of machines used in the company and how she was able to acquire these recycling machines through the support of the Bank of Industry.
BOI has been quite instrumental in our journey. In 2020, we approached BOI to access funds, and we did our part. BOI did their own part. And aside from that, as a female-owned business, we know BOI has a gender desk. And so it wasn't just about providing us with the funds. They've also, we've had access to advisory. We've had access to a network of offtakers as well as mentoring. So it's been a good ride so far. BOI has been quite supportive. We wouldn't be here without them. So when we started out, we had just one recycling machine that had a daily capacity of about 3,000 kg. So we realized quite quickly that if we were to meet the demand and also grow, we had to increase our recycling capacity. So one of the things BOI has helped us achieve is to increase our capacity in terms of the recycling line. And also, you know, obviously when you have a new equipment, that also means that you have to employ more people, and that wouldn't have been possible if we don't have the support of BOI. We have 3 lines running at the moment. We have the tile section, which currently has a daily output capacity of 400 square meters. And then we have the mat line that has a daily output capacity of 3,200 square meters. And the maximum thickness of the product on that line, which is the rubber roll section, is 12 mm thickness. However, you have instances where customers come and say, oh, I want 20 mm thickness, I want 30 mm thickness, I want 40 mm thickness. That's where the tile making section comes in. So we can make tiles between 15 mm thickness and 40 mm thickness. However, on the mat making section, on the mat line, we can make mats and tiles between 2 mm thickness and 12 mm thickness. And on our crushing line, we currently have a crushing line that is able to do 250 kg of chrome rubber per hour. However, like I mentioned earlier, we have a new tire recycling line that will be coming in shortly, and with that we're able to do 1,200 kg per hour.
Freetown Waste Management also established a training center to empower individuals in the host and neighboring communities.
The idea behind the training workshop was to empower people in our local community by providing them with vocational skills. So in our training workshop, we currently have 2 sections. We have the bean bag making section, and then we have the shoe making section. In the bean bag making section, the participants will be trained on how to use the fiber, which is one of the products gotten during our recycling process, how they can use the fibers to make bean bags and other stuff product. And then in the shoe making section, they will be trained on how to use the rubber mats to make soles for shoes and to make slippers and so on. So those are 2 things we're currently doing, and it's all in a bid to, you know, empower people, not just, and then create more employment. At Freetown Waste, we currently have a team of experienced hands who work hard to ensure that we are continuously improving our processes as well as our products. We have a research and development team who is currently looking at other uses for our product. I know that in Brazil, for instance, and I think the United Kingdom, they currently use the steel fiber from the tires to reinforce concrete. That isn't something we're doing at the moment, but it's something we're looking into. The only part of the tire that we're working with right now is the rubber and the fiber. And you already know what we use the rubber for. The fiber, we use them to produce bean bags and other stuffed products. There are quite a number of potentials that we've identified, and with the support of the Bank of Industry, we intend on increasing our recycling capacity by starting recycling of PET bottles, metal, paper, electronic waste. We also intend on having multiple recycling sites in strategic locations across Nigeria.
This method of recycling used tires has positive environmental and socio-economic impact in the country. As you must have seen on the program tonight, the Bank of Industry has continued playing its role as Nigeria's foremost development finance institution by supporting Freetown Waste to grow its operations. It is indeed commendable that a Nigerian brand has over the years consistently sustained a flourishing business, and it keeps getting better. Some distinguishing features of Freetown's products include noise resistance, easy and cheap to install, slip resistant, durable and stylish. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Bank of Industry, is always ready to assist businesses to attain greater heights. Till we come your way again next week, please remember to patronize made in Nigerian products. I am Hadiza Olaoshibiko. Thanks for staying with us. It's bye for now.